Thank you guys for tuning in to Kicking In with Tyree. I have my guest here.
Munch Lauren, 404 Munch Lauren. Follow me on Instagram. I'm a rapper, producer, engineer, everything.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good. One question I always start off with is, how did you get started in music?
I started at an early age. My uncle, he was a rapper, and he basically put me in a position when I was probably 11, 12. So,
What was one of the first songs you ever made?
the first song I ever made was it was called it was actually like a freestyle to the Usher "Make Me Wanna Be." The One You Love, yeah. There's a little freestyle to that. That was the first song I ever recorded.
What is kind of your creative process with music?
It all depends on the mood of the song. I'll say if I'm, I do like a lot of party songs, a lot of upbeat songs, so, I'll probably just hit the club that night. The next morning, I'd rap about the experience at the club, or, have all my guys around, we kicking it, probably get some bottles, play a couple beats and just go in on it. So
Definitely got that upbeat tempo, that clap we were just listening to.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to On the Pole. That's the one I was
Oh, yeah.
That's a stripper. That's a strip club banger. What are some of your goals with music?
Hopefully, I want to own. I started a record label. I want to be that top person in the industry, like to sign other artists, put other artists in a position that I wanted to do. Basically, that CEO, a record label, or A&R.
I see you just came out with a new album, self-named, Munch Lauren. What kind of the influence behind that? And
pretty much, the whole thing about that was it was more like an appreciation project for all my fans. Like, they hit me up with these certain type of songs to make, like the old Munch Lauren and all that stuff. So I try to get as close as possible. I mean, you can't go back in time like that, but I try to get as close as possible to the old me and put that on this project and get it to them.
What is your favorite song off the project?
Right now, I say "Do Your Thing."
We were just listening to that too.
Do Your Thing.
How would you describe your music to someone who's never heard it before?
Say turn up with party music.
What is kind of your end goal for music?
Like the end goal, like what you mean by that? Like,
kind of what you want to see, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, hopefully, like something like what Russell Simmons was, or like P. Diddy, and that nature, up there. Hopefully past that.
Yeah, definitely. So you just want to start your own record label. Do you have any artists signed right now?
Right now it's just me and I got my cousin. His name Cash Winston. He an artist under the label. That's all we started with right now. So we working though, and I'm looking too. So.
I see you have a lot of shows, kind of like out in Appleton, because I go to school in Oshkosh, so I see a lot of like different shows out there. Yeah. How do you get in contact with shows out there? And what's the environment like?
Actually, it started off. They reached out to me, and I just basically, in any situation when I do shows, I try to connect with the owner, the venues, the club owners, all that stuff, the promoters, just so when I want to put something together, I had that connection, that bridge built already. And but yeah, out there, it's a lot of love. It's a lot of love. So I like it.
Is it a lot different than like kind of the Milwaukee vibe, or is it kind of similar?
In a sense, it is. It's a little bit different, but it ain't too far. They are
still Wisconsin.
Yeah, they all still want to turn up just like that. A lot of them still say they grew up to listening to my music when they was in high school too and all that stuff. So it's kind of the same boat. It ain't Milwaukee, but it's somewhat.
What are your top influences in music?
Oh, you mean like industry or
industry or just in general?
Industry. When I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of Ludacris, Gucci Mane, and just a little bit of Lil B too. So that kind of
bass guy.
Yeah, that kind of influenced the way I rap too. That funny, turn up, that swag.
It was just a one-time soup.
That was my shit. I used to listen to Lil B a lot, like in, I'd say, sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
That was my shit. I always have like a couple random questions in there. What did you say your top 5 movies are?
Top 5 movies? I say Don't Be a Menace or Drinking Juice in South Central. That's one. The Wood. And I'll say that's hard. I like How High.
That's one of my top 5 too.
How High, yeah.
That's,
I love that movie. Friday and man, so many good movies out there. I like 40-Year-Old Virgin. That movie.
that movie is funny as hell too.
Yeah. That's hilarious, man.
One of my favorite scenes from that movie is when his friends walk in on him with the girl, and she like in a bathtub, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember being to this bitch house before."
Yeah.
Like, get out
Yeah.
before.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, you want to. This is a quick question about your song "Big Money." When you made it, did you think it was gonna have the type of buzz that it did, and still carrying on right now?
I knew it was gonna be big and buzzing, but it's like beyond what I thought it was gonna be. So, because I already knew a lot, like them party songs, turn up songs, they automatically when I drop them, they's already getting the parties hype, all that stuff. But that song kind of really took off, like the radio. Everybody singing it, even outside of Wisconsin, picking it up. So, yeah, I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, I remember it was actually at one of the concerts. My friend Kickin right here through. The DJ was like, "I hear a lot of people from Milwaukee in here," and then he just played this right away, and everybody knew every word. That shit was lit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's man. I originally that song wasn't finna go on the project at first. It was just gonna be like I wrote the song for a friend that passed away because he used to call me Big Money Munch. That's Sam. That's what I mentioned in the song. So I was gonna do it like as like a interlude, like intro song. That's why it's so short. I wasn't planning on actually putting it on the project at first.
But yeah, man. I definitely feel like it's a shorter song, but it get it started right away. It get everybody up in the mood to
go straight
get
in.
up. Yeah, that's my shit, honestly. Let's talk a little bit more about the album. What kind of all went into it? How long did it take you for the process for it? And
this album, it kind of took me a little longer because I had like a lot of shows and stuff going on, so it was more, less time in the studio. So other than that, it really only took a couple sessions. I'll knock it out with it. It was a time stretch within those sessions, though. So.
How long does it take you to kind of write a song?
I'd say 30 minutes to an hour. Not too long.
So you have one pushed out within the hour?
Yeah, I could say I probably could drop like 2 songs in an hour.
That's what's up. I know a couple people who it take them a good bit to even like get the song written, it'd be.
Especially if I'm feeling the beat, man, I might could do it faster. It's just gonna just come
be
to
like,
me.
I don't even gotta write it. It's
Yeah,
getting
it just come to me.
I feel you on that. Another random question is: are you into sports?
Yeah.
What are your top sports?
I really don't like basketball.
You a Warriors fan? I just gotta
ask. Nah. I go hard for the Bucks. I go hard for the home team.
Definitely. Giannis about to be the MVP next year. Y'all gotta.
Yeah, most definitely. He was last year too.
Thing is, he had MVP numbers on any other year.
Yeah.
He would want MVP any other year.
That's the crazy part. You know, it's politics.
Yeah, true. Small city.
Yeah.
James Harden. I think LeBron should have won it, but you know they don't base it off the playoffs. They base it off.
He did. James Harden did his thing though.
Yeah, definitely.
I give him that.
Could have won it 2 years in a row, but Russ.
Yeah,
I'd say I'm a Bucks fan, but also I'm a Warriors fan and a Lakers fan. I like all three teams, and I don't care if they don't win. I don't care who else. Really.
Yeah, I feel like that with the Bucks. If the Bucks, when the Bucks got put out the playoffs, I said I'm done with basketball. So I was just.
Hey man, that kind of had me mad because they could have won.
Yeah.
But I feel like they didn't play Jabari enough. I really think so.
Yeah.
They played Dellavedova way too much.
Yeah, they switching off too many people. He wasn't letting a lot of people play too much, so.
I feel like once you get to the playoffs, you gotta have that set.
Yeah, exactly.
People. But it's back into the music. What is your next steps for yourself coming forward?
Just I want to put out more visuals, get back to my old ways of, dropping consistently, just constructing everything, just constantly dropping. So most definitely see more movie type visuals, so it's gonna be crazy.
Do you have like a set visual team, or do you go out and just reach out?
Yeah, actually, I got my team is a Darish TV. Shouts to Chris P. He behind that. So
I've seen a couple videos from them already. I think on the internet. I think Spades had one.
Yeah, Spades, YBN Kenny. That's a few. Yeah, that's the team I put together. We working together. Partnership, so
that's what's up. So is it like you guys are a collective?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like we all together. Like Darish, that's the name of the label.
Mm-hmm.
But it's me and Cash Winston. We put together. And also Chris P. He's part of the visual side. So
that's what's up. So you branding it as a movement. You're just gonna keep moving forward, getting more artists, getting more.
Yeah, artists. We reaching out to any type of talent, photographers, artists, producers, everything.
Yeah, because the logo is definitely, you see it right away, you know what it is, and you know exactly what it's about to be.
Exactly. A lot of people trip about that logo, but you got to do your research on it. Do your research on it a little more.
Definitely. If you want to talk about it, what is the logo and what does it represent?
It actually means the third eye is basically like, you watching, and of course it's on the money, so the dollar sign, so that's basically what it is.
Ideal blend. Look into that. Another question is, how can booking, promoters, clubs get in contact with you to make an appearance, get a verse, or?
You can reach me my email teambooking bookings with S @gmail.com. Email that. Got the number, management number 414-436-9747. Call that number. Call the text. It's simple.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for letting us come through.
I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you responding. A lot of people actually. It's a little weird with responding especially when you got like a manager and stuff. So I try to reach out to the manager, but you responded right away, so I appreciate that.
I appreciate y'all coming.
All about business. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good day.
Yeah. Go and shake that ass, bitch. I'ma throw this money. Go and shake that ass, bitch. I'ma throw this money. I could've bought a Bentley, but I caught the range. She gon' fuck regardless, cause I do my thing. I feel like a zombie looking for some brain. You looking like a bum begging me for change. Pussy magnet with these gold chains. You like a bad kid, you got no game. I took her on the road, made a little change. Smack her on the ass, baby, do your thing. Yeah, baby, do your thing. Gonna hit the stage, baby, do your thing. Yeah, baby, do your thing. Make that little money, baby, do your thing.